Good morning, all. I'm in my office trying to get some videos uploaded and some bookwork done that I need to do before I head out. But I'm looking out my window and it's foggy this morning. I mean, it's like 9 o'clock and I'm just now barely being able to see the barn. So I wasn't really too worried about the sheep being out yet, but I can see them moving. Looks like they may have spent the night in the barn and they are sending themselves out. So I might have to put this on hold and go double check them, but fingers crossed that they stayed in. Yeah, the weather today makes me extremely grateful. I finished all that fencing yesterday. It is cold, but at least the fog is starting to lift. Let's go check sheep. Like that sage. That is part of the reason we can get away with not having to feed the sheep yet, because there is still quite a bit of feed out here between the sagebrush, this wheatgrass, and then the Russian olives. Plus there is, underneath all those trees, there is still grass. Well, maybe not today now that it's frozen, but there was grass growing. Bunch over here going into the Russian olive trees and eating the olives that are falling off the trees.
If you've ever wondered just exactly how much is on those trees, this is just one branch off an olive tree that is loaded with olives.
Well, I call that a success. There were no sheep down in the creek, which means I should have gotten all of the holes in the fence down by the barn closed. There's nothing in the neighbor's pasture, which means that fence is holding that we put in. So I'm going to run back in and get another cup of coffee because it is really cold. I have to go to town later this afternoon, but I want to open up that hay field and hope they wander in. It's probably going to take more than just me to push them into that hay field so that they know it's there, because they've been closed out of it all year. But that's really the only thing I have to do today. Good morning. We have the trailer hooked up and are on our way to our buddies to go get those lambs that we haven't been able to catch yet. We're hoping the fact that it is cold this morning will have them not moving quite as much, and we'll be able to catch them a little easier. With it freezing, they don't have access to having to be able to heat their water at all. So, and I don't really want them to have to go and break ice. So we're just gonna bring those lambs home and figure out a place to put them. Hey guys. No. Lost count what attempt we're on. But we put up some more fencing in hopes to get them into where we need to get them to catch them to put them in the trailer. We put up fence all the way across here and finally have them caught, but we're still a ways from actually getting them caught. There you go. Nope. Yeah, little turd buckets. Good thing you're all cute. Yeah, hi, Maestro. We've had a pretty productive morning already. He went in late to work to help me out this morning, knowing there was no possible way I could move all those lambs around by myself. So we did get the 4 home and moved everybody from the front pasture down to the barn just to make feeding a little simpler. With the cold temperatures, I don't really have a way at the house to put a heater in the water. It would take way too many extension cords. So down here is a lot simpler, but we're checking on the sheep right now because when we came home from moving those 4 lambs, I could see that it looks like they're all in that hay field. So I figured if I opened it last night, which I did just before dark, that they would eventually find it. And when we left this morning to go get those lambs at about 8, all the sheep were down at the barn still, but it looks like, well, there's a couple that are still out here, but that they're all in the hayfield now. So odds are, with as much feed as is in there, words are hard, they probably won't come out of there other than for water for at least a week. There's a ton of feed. I mean, it's easily going to keep them a week, if not 2. And the goal is not to have to feed them until at least the first week of December. Usually, because of how much feed is back here, we don't normally have to feed them until the first heavy snow. Once again, our tire is flat, and it is flat. And it does not act like it's taking any air at all. It's been on there for, I don't know, 45 minutes. Went ahead and moved all the quail in here. They're not too sure about it yet, but they'll get it figured out. So that'll just make feeding a little easier, everybody in one spot. And yeah, pretty content. I need to haul hay for all these guys. I like to do, 5 days worth of hay down here so that feeding goes rather quickly and smoothly. But I was really hoping to have the loader to be able to haul the hay. If I don't have the loader, I have to haul 2 bales in the pickup, which isn't very far, but it's a lot of trips. Because the big boys take a bale a day, and the little boys take about a half a bale a day. So, could be a long afternoon. And I still have to go grocery shopping. Right out my front door. Right there. Couple deer. Oh, here comes some more. Oh, they're all coming. There's a bunch in the apple orchard.